up? Thank you for tuning in to No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. Back on the scene. Today we talking about Lil Nas X and how he popped a cherry on a white supremacist energy center in America with his hit, motherfucking smash hit on their ass called Old Town Road. I love the fucking song. I ain't even gonna front. I love it. He ain't even playing, and he finna get to pay, and all them wiggers hating. They mad he made it. Plus he had Aries too, so I'm like, yeah, that's what we do. Fuck y'all, that's what we do. You understand? So, what's happening is our little brother Nas X, Lil Nas X, got a classic on his hands in the country music genre called Old Town Road. And shout out to Lil Nas X, Old Town Road. Like I said, man, I love the song, man. It don't got no A in it. It don't got no yeah in it. All of that shit. Anything with A, yeah in it. All that shit just lowers the bar for music where all other groups can kind of just mosey their way into it and weasel their way into certain genres that we historically and presently will put a lot of effort into by comparison. It just opens the floodgates for all the motherfuckers that ain't even trying, the motherfuckers that you'll eventually hear saying shit like motherfucking, I don't even gotta rap. I don't even like rap on some Cardi B shit, right? I don't even like this kind of music. I don't even like this genre or whatever, that type of shit, right? These other gimmicks out here, you know what I mean? But Lil Nas X, man, he's done what I call making a power play. He has talent in the country genre, and he made this song called Old Town Road. I want to get some of the racist white supremacist commentary on it, because, you know, you can't address anything in society without addressing what always goes unaddressed. White supremacists talking points and narratives. They get to hide. So on my channel, they don't get to hide. I go find them and I dig their ass up out the flow. And I see what they talking about. So I went to Fox to get the commentary on this shit. And it just starts off by saying, Wrangler fans slammed for brand boycott over Lil Nas X collaboration. So what happened is, Wrangler is a reference that our brother Lil Nas X makes in this song, Old Town Road. He makes a reference to Wrangler. And all the white supremacists are mad at Wrangler now because they gave him a Wrangler deal. All right? So that's the premise. And the article just says, Lil Nas X is cashing in on a lucrative partnership with Wrangler Jeans in honor of his hit single, Old Town Road. Though fans of the rapper, I call him a country artist, are blasting Wrangler shoppers who have called for a boycott for the brand over the design collaboration. Yeah, and that is how it should be. Anybody, we're not even mad at you motherfuckers. We just calling you out for being hypocrites. I'll get to that. On May 20th, the All-American denim brand, this is all Fox writing. When they say All-American, see how they type, this is Fox writing. This is a Fox writer up and down. The brand dropped a limited collection with the 20-year-old crooner, Taste of Country reports. Okay, so they just talking about his clothing line. Here's some of the shit that they were saying to Wrangler. Some of these white supremacists that was complaining to Wrangler. This makes me not want to buy Wrangler jeans anymore, to be honest. The cowboy spirit is nothing to be made fun of. I'm going to get into the cowboy spirit and show them how they don't even know shit about country or cowboys or none of that shit. Because they're white and they don't get education. They're dumb. They're white supremacists. They don't get education. They're dumb. Somebody else talking about, this is how you lose customers. Wrangler is my favorite pant, and you had to go and ruin it with Old Town Road. So, and Wrangler's not even returning these replies. Wrangler's like, man, fuck y'all, I'm gonna make a paper. We finna make a paper out this shit, and y'all acting punkish about it. We finna make our own paper out this hole. Our own breed of paper, motherfucker. Alright? And basically, white supremacist society is hypocritically talking about this is cultural appropriation because he's in the country genre. It's just a brother in a country genre. To y'all, I say fuck all of y'all. Fuck all of y'all dumb white supremacist goobers who don't know shit about history. First of all, that's to y'all. I'm looking y'all in my other camera here. That's for all of y'all. Yeah. All of y'all dumb. Because for those of you who don't know, country music itself was created by black people. Okay? Black people living in the rural South who took elements of the blues. Okay, that's also a black genre, blues. And then they added in the banjo. The banjo is an African instrument. For all of you white supremacists that don't even know your history of the music that you talk about, you love so much, you big dummies. All you country fans that don't know the history, you're going to get it today. You're going to get that workmanship today fucking with your boy P. The banjo is an African instrument, originally traced to West Africa. Let me pull it up here. It's called it's a couple of names that they can trace it to. It's the Ngoni or the Zalam. Anybody from the West African region, if you hear this accent that I'm trying to kick to you, trying to say it right, you know what I'm talking about, right? So all you white people, all you white supremacists, all you fair weather fans of Wrangler who want to hate, all you motherfuckers that want to act like this is not country, he black. We created country. Shut the fuck up. How about that, motherfucker? All that shit the dude was talking about. Somebody was talking about the Cowboys, and this is disrespectful to all Cowboys. The first Cowboys were black in America. Again, for you dumb white supremacists. I'm looking in this other camera here. You dumb white supremacists that don't know history. The first cowboy was black. Read my fucking lips, motherfucker. The first cowboy was black. All the cowboys were black. The first cowboys were slaves, okay? There were slaves who tended to the cattle. Slaves who tended to the horses. They were tending to the horses and cattle barefoot. No cowboy boots. They was doing it barefoot. Training the cows. Training the horses. Corralling them, doing cowboy shit with no fucking shoes on. Real cowboy shit. So don't you talk about nothing about this being disrespectful to the soul of a cowboy. No, just by you existing and opening your mouth, white supremacists, you are a disrespect to a cowboy. Just by you breathing and walking around is disrespect to the universe of where the cowboys once dwelled and where their energy traveled and where their energy sit in the universe. Motherfucker. Wish a motherfucker would talk that dumbass shit. So I can feel all the white supremacists getting real dick in the booty about this. But it ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Is my point. So with Lil Nas X, the brother been killing it for some months on the charts. A couple months ago in March, he was on the Billboard country charts. He was on the country charts, and then Billboard took him off. I think he was like position 19 or some shit like that. They took him off the charts, talking about it didn't fit the country genre. But as the lesson I just gave, you heard the history lesson I just gave, Billboard. So who the fuck are y'all? Billboard, y'all ain't even black. Y'all white. Y'all ain't even black. Y'all are white. So shut the fuck up. Y'all, white people didn't create country in the first place for y'all to be trying to define it. Punk ass Billboard. So this is just a racialized power play that I talk about. And I checked for the song on Billboard again. Now they put it at #1 on the hip hop and R&B charts. So they're using their license in creating white supremacist narrative. They want to use their license to create this white supremacist narrative on the fly, right? And to try to recategorize it from being country. But we know that it's country. Ain't nobody dumb. And also, goddamn, Wrangler has these racist white supremacists in America shitting and pissing on themselves because they gave the man a Wrangler deal. Because let me pull up his. Let me go to the Wrangler site real quick. His song is like, "My life is a movie, bull riding and boobies, cowboy hat from Gucci, Wrangler on my booty." Yeah, they hate that shit. I bet all the white supremacists, when they heard that shit, Wrangler on his black booty. Oh, fuck, that burns me up, guy. Fuck. Oh, partner, it really fucks my brain up, partner. I'm saying they really don't like that. But yeah, Wrangler on this black behind, and y'all hate it, but y'all can't stop it, because your white ass don't got no deal with Wrangler, do you, punk? No, you don't. Punk motherfucker. Here you go. Here go the Old Town Roads right here, y'all. Yeah, the Old Town Roads, you know what I mean? It was, tight jeans and shit for my fitting. But let me tell you this, man, being a broke motherfucker in the 80s, being a broke little hood nigga in the 80s as a little child, you know what I'm saying? I wore Wranglers. I wore them size 16 Slims as a child, you know what I mean? As a broke child, I mean, I couldn't afford nothing else, man. I couldn't afford nothing else. I was a child. You understand? Wearing these Wrangler 16 Slims, right? And I promised myself, yo, if I ever get some money, I'm never going to be wearing no Wranglers, no shit like that ever again. So just because he came out with this shit, I'm not going to break that promise to myself. I've never broken that promise to myself. So I don't wear skinny jeans. I don't wear nothing like that because it was a promise I made to myself as a child. I was never going to do that, you know what I'm saying? Because it reminded me of when I was broke and poor. You understand? I would never do that shit no more. Understand? But it's good to see the boy got, he got Wrangler on his booty, motherfucker. Yeah, hell yeah, he got a deal. They about $129 a pair, so y'all can go get them if y'all fuck with Wranglers, and you know what I'm saying? It's called the, on the Wrangler site, they call it the Lil Nas X collection. I know they hate it, you know what I'm saying? It's $129, so if y'all into Wranglers, y'all into, kind of comfortable jeans, I don't want to say tight jeans or whatever, but they, they had some black models on the site too, which made it, I'm sure they got mad at that shit too. They got burnt the fuck up by knowing that. But y'all go get the Lil Nas X's, man, for your little nephew or somebody out there. You know what I'm saying? Piss these motherfuckers off. Fuck them. Fuck them. So this what I'm about to get into is just a few details. This is about the white supremacist culture. Because we're seeing the white supremacy now behind the country culture, the rural life culture in America. We talked about that in my post I did earlier on the cop that got popped in Auburn. It's about how the country theme in America has long been an heirloom in white supremacist society. They've been using the country theme to sort of cloak and to sort of kind of keep white supremacist energy around rural life and around country life. Okay? Country anything. And I want y'all to, do a little research. Just watch country movies, country themed dances, country themed this and that type shit, right? Y'all ever notice when the dominant society get a chance to do some shit like a country themed whatever the fuck, notice how they do this shit? It's always with the black person is in a, black people in the whole display of it. They're always in a subservient position. Black folk are always portrayed as, in a lot of these movies and so forth, it's always in sort of slave position. And a lot of these country themed early 1800s, 1830s, 1840s type settings. Whenever you see this shit in media, right? And white people are what? They the heroes and the saviors, right? Y'all notice that shit, right? And with Lil Nas X not being a slave and a snotty-nosed subservient, I'm saying, you seen his video. He did the video, his shit was ill as fuck. He doing the fucking achy breaky and shit. I know that burnt white supremacists up. He's doing the achy breaky. He's gonna achy breaky his way into our cruel sulfur-based hearts. I know they hate it. You know what I'm saying, but the video was dope. They had what's the boy? Man, what's the rapper? The young man. I forget his name. It'll come to me. Yeah, it'll come to me. They had the girl Rico Nasty in the video. They had black cameos in the video with what's the boy? Billy Ray Cyrus. You know what I'm saying? The shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? But Lil Nas X wasn't no snotty-nosed subservient in this shit, right? And when a black person in a country sort of theme is not portrayed in that way, it sort of removes that nostalgia of black subservience from this sort of running white supremacist theme in country life, frontier life, colonizer kind of life, right? When you got a brother like Nas X running circles around white country artists in terms of sales and like popularity, shit like that. I mean, so it all just throws a monkey wrench. I don't want to say that. It throws a wrench into white supremacist nostalgia. I'm gonna say that in a coded way, so don't nobody try to talk slick in my comments. I'm just gonna handle your ass anyway if you do, but I'm a G. Suck my draws, you know? But all the white supremacist nostalgia that they was sitting back and daydreaming about, you know what I mean? All day in their white supremacist themed mind states that has been propagated to them and programmed into them in this white supremacist society we live in. Lil Nas just kicked that shit out the motherfucking box. Knocked that shit out the box. Lil Nas X. A motherfucker name like Lil Nas X. First of all, just think about that. That shit's on white supremacist society. Lil, that's a black moniker, right? Nas, right? That's a black man. X, you know, that's commemorating the legacy of Malcolm X, a brother who didn't play being chumped by white supremacy in no kind of way, but no amount of time on the clock. Right? Even the energy of his name, our brother Lil Nas X, even the energy of his name is just like launching a grenade through white supremacist society, through all the white supremacist nostalgia that they've been sitting quietly on and meekly on and comfortably on in country music and country themes. All that unerects the whole narrative of this white rugged maleism. You see that shit? I mean, that whole Marlboro Man thing, right? A white dude. It's historically a white dude. This rugged man thing, right? That they try to, you know, they try to frame up in society over the years. You know, we talk about white boys being mad when Obama was in office and they was, you know, felt that they were in a position of losing basically with Obama in office. They were losing in America now that this black face was in the White House, right? And we talked about them sort of colluding around white supremacist revolutionary thought with their writings in a literary sense. We talked about that. I think I talked about that on my Richard Spencer video about the various books they were writing, like Angry White Men, shit like that, right? Talking about them basically being mad and being jealous of black men and directing their white male anger of feeling displaced toward black men, right? And making some sort of school of thought around it, right? And now with Lil Nas X, right? He getting popular, he getting up in the game, he popping. He's making old white male territory, or what's seen as old white male territory, this rugged maleism shit, he's making it now his category. He's now the rugged male now. You understand? He a little smooth, a little suave element to it. And smooth and suave, you know, when white society sees smooth and suave, to a white male, that's the bane of a white male's existence. Smooth and suave is two areas that white males fail in historically and presently, over and over again. They fail at it, right? And that just fuels their jealousy for black men. That's another thing that fuels their jealousy of black men, besides them having small penises and shit like that, right? The fact they can't be smooth and suave, it really fucks them up, right? So what's left is, it takes that whole rugged white male idea that they've sort of, you know, ran with for ages and tried to create this narrative around in country culture. It takes that whole thing for a motherfucking loop, for a motherfucking twist, right? Because country is a culture that white society has appropriated. Now I'm going to throw it on y'all. Y'all have appropriated that shit to a point of thinking that whiteness is exclusive to it. You see what I'm saying? and that they have unrestricted license to the running narratives behind it. And this shit just kicked the door down with all their narratives that they've deluded themselves about with it. Motherfucking Lil White Susie, you know what I mean? She gonna be looking for Lil Nas X at the next goddamn square dance. You see what I'm saying? White supremacist society see that. They don't like that. That white women will be gravitating toward country because of a black face type of shit. That they'll be requesting a black man song at the square dance. They don't like that shit, right? That's where the jealousy comes from that we saw on Fox, right? And hey, you know, what the fuck can we say? You know what I mean? What the fuck can we say? They know Lil Nas X taking his horse down the Old Town Road is one step away from Lil DeAndre taking his horse dick down the Old Town Road. That's what's up. But see, they already on alert because this shit threw white supremacist society for a loop. And to a lesser degree, you know, just white society and their narrative of conquering for a loop. When you think about it, they thought they had country sold up. And the whole culture of country, the elements of country culture in general, they thought that was somehow organically off limits to black people. And that they've been teaching to their little ones, to their children, is organically off limits to black people, right? That shit has been compromised, and we seeing the white supremacist backlash. All your white buddies and friends are pressing their white supremacist button that they have the option to press in this society. All your workaday white people that you know, they're pressing that white supremacist button that we see they have access to press in the society. That's what we're seeing, right? There's no large protest from white society to tell Billboard to put them back on the country charts, is it? Nope. You see what white people about? All right? They lie. They hate black people. All right? Let's keep it real. So we say fuck them. Fuck them. All right? This is our music. Fuck y'all. Die in the back of my mind. What I'm going to say to y'all is, hey, look. Don't be no hater. I mean, don't be no fucking hater. That's all I'm saying. Because, you know, this backlash that we're seeing, you know, covertly from these fair weather Wrangler fans and Billboard and all this shit. Billboard is standing up for white supremacy against Lil Nas X. I know this shit sounds minor, but, you know, just this one little song, it touches a nerve because, you know, I talked about rural culture earlier today. White supremacist society has this racialized rural culture. They've racialized rural living. All right? We got to come to terms with that. We got to come to terms with that. They've silently agreed to be on this frequency of weaponizing nature against black people that takes place in this rural country setting. They silently agreed to being on this frequency of harming black people in these backwoods, rural country settings and different energy centers on the map in the U.S. We talked about this, right? You hear what I'm saying? All those are legs of white supremacist culture. And country music that came out of the rural South, every note that they play in country music, every chord progression, it's a constant reminder of all that black energy to white society. You understand? See it like that. All that energy, all that black energy that we talk about white society vampiring off of. All that black energy that's present within the root of the genre and the culture around country music. They feel like they're entitled to that. Understand? All that black energy, all the cowboy energy, all the banjo energy. They feel that they can vampire off of our energy. All right? They want to maintain a sense of code around that flow of energy. They want to guard the gate, so to speak, to all of that black energy, right? And we ain't having it. We ain't having it. But their mind state is to hide racist white supremacist leaning that they've been shouldering all this time, and they continue to shoulder, and we stay exposing them on. and the part of racist white supremacist tutelage that has laid this false claim to country music culture, right? But of course, like I said, they ain't slick, and they can't hide it when somebody like our little brother Lil Nas X is in their face and burning up the motherfucking charts. I mean, they can't hide it. When he on the charts, what happens? Out comes motherfucking white racism. Yep, we see that, right? Out comes the white hatred. So they all falling off code with this shit. They all, none of them stay on code. When this shit happened, all of them fell off code. And I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Lil Nas, like I said, he popped the cherry on a white supremacist energy center with this. It shows everything I've been talking about as far as what pertains to the energy in this country and in rural parts and in rural country themed parts of America, and about it tying into white supremacist culture and how that energy is alive and not well. This is good. It's alive and not well. Fucking with these motherfuckers, man. Even though they don't come out and say it outright, because white supremacist society, they don't come out and say things outright. They lie and hide, and they hold it in until the toxins build up in their body and they catch some sort of sickness. Their body be out of balance. All this type of shit they go through from holding in their negativity. They die and all this shit. They go through all this shit, right? But like I said, man, cowboys, country music, all these things are black originated. These are things that our people originated, period. And white supremacist society is, they've quietly tried to appropriate it and make themselves the face of it, make themselves the stewards of it, so to speak. And the ancestors is like, hell no. And so here come this energy into the universe named Lil Nas X. Came around to meet him and was like, nah, not so fast. This black folk music. Country is black music. And I'm gonna throw some Miami-based 808s on this shit, and y'all gonna feel it like that, right? That's what Billboard is mad at. That's what all these racist white supremacist country fans are getting their Wranglers in a screw about. But you know, like I say, no matter what white supremacist society try to paint their face on top of, be it a pyramid, be it making a computer, be it creating an IC, math, country, whatever the fuck, they already know we've been there. We did it. We've been there, done it, and we've already ran the gamut of everything, and we always making new shit. So we always blossoming and blooming in other ways, so they can never keep up. They'll never be able to keep up. They're always gonna be chasing some shit that they stole from us or they've tried to appropriate from us, and we come around and revisit it. They're gonna have something slick to say, and we always should be ready to smack the shit out their mouth for the fact, right? Cause this our shit, period. And I mean the whole universe. This our shit. The fuck you talking to? But anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Don't forget to check out my Teespring, because you know that shit doing it. I mean, let me get it, y'all.